Good evening, my fellow Padawans. This is B-Coots 916, or B-Counts, if your name is Paul, from a guild simply known as Chilled. And you're listening to the Escape Pod Cast with your boys Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Eyre. This show was recorded in front of a live studio audience. And now, without further ado, enjoy the show.
One is a Grand Arena specialist from the UK. The other is a territory battle tactician from the US. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. With both having played this game since launch, the one thing we are sure of is that you will be entertained. The Escape Pod Cast, a service of the Escape Pod Castaways. A weekly podcast about the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Neil Andrew Eyre and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's edition of the Escape Pod Cast.
A scheduled update brings Piet to the Chromium packs and shipments.
Another galactic challenge hits the holotables, and this time they told us.
And that is about it.
What do you mean that's about it? There has to be more.
There wasn't much in the way of news at all, really, this week, mate.
Then what do we do for a show? We have to give the Padawans something.
Do you have anything else in mind?
I've had a lot of things on my mind due to the data mine from SWGOH events.
Oh boy, this may not bode well.
But that does remind me that the SWGOH.GG website did release their GAC counters.
Now that is something newsworthy.
In our incoming transmission, we talked to VsariGames about his channel.
And get to know the game behind his free-to-play Galaxy of Heroes account.
I know how much you love your free-to-play brethren.
We have to stick together. I mean, yeah, you know.
All right, well, on the bridge, we make our final plea to have you join us for this weekend's Creator Cup.
And answer your questions in our Patreon's choice.
We then send out some well wishes and also some condolences as we finish the show.
All this and breaking news as and if it happens.
Right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Escape Pod Cast. I'm your host, Neil Andrew, and as always, I am joined by my Hero Life partner, Paul Anthony. Paul, how are you doing today?
It's been one hell of a week, but we made it to Friday. It is showtime. It is showtime. So, as you heard, B Coots opened up the show. A happy belated birthday to B Coots. And also, thank you, Cascade, for the subscription. We appreciate that. Also, we would like to wish a happy birthday to Dr. Feelgood.
Dr. Feelgood, it's the doctor's birthday.
Yep. With that being said, though, I do, we're giving the happy birthdays, but we also would like to recognize a listener. And it sucks to go from happy birthday to this, but we would like to recognize a listener and Patreon, JJ Manners. His friend Miles, who was, from what I understand, also a listener, passed away this just a few days ago. We would like to send our condolences to Miles's family. We would like to also send our condolences to JJ Manners. We love you, JJ. Thank you for being here. We love you. And Godspeed, sir.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Thank you for giving me a moment to do that in the beginning. And Neil, let's go ahead and get into the
Stuff.
show. We got a scheduled update, quote unquote scheduled update.
Yes, we did.
I mean, okay. I looked back, because the word scheduled update kind of threw me off. They have the content update, they have the hot fixes, they have the title updates, then they have the scheduled updates. The word scheduled update was last used 3 months ago, when they put out the Corellian Pilot bundle, the Hoth bundle, basically the stuff for Jedi Knight Luke.
Yeah, for Jedi Knight Luke, yeah.
So that was the last time that they used the terminology scheduled update. I'm going back even further right now, and no other discussions were found. I mean, it literally stops. They did not use scheduled update at any other point.
Then I wouldn't read too much into it then.
I mean, page 2 is broken because of their antics when they were doing the Jedi Knight Luke reveal.
I mean, don't read too much into it. We know what was pretty much part of it. You know, that them telling us that Piet was going to be available in shipments and chromium packs, and then, you know, in celebration of the the new GL releases, we're getting another useless day of double drops on another note. You know, so it's like, wow, 2 times 0 still 0. And double drops for 1 day on one type of one zone.
What is it this week? Do you remember?
It's dark. Is it Dark Side?
I'm already done with all my Dark Side farms.
Is it the? I mean, I know we've already had we had the Cantina one, and then we had the Light Side one. So it's either Dark Side or Fleet. Either going to be dark. Oh no, actually, I think it might be Mod Energy. For some reason,
going back to look.
It might be Mod Energy. Might be double drops on the Mod Energy, which is great because obviously you get double drop on slicing materials. Ranger will be happy for when he does Mod Depression. So yeah, there's one person I know will be happy.
Okay, so it's mod battles tomorrow.
It is mod,
Dark Side is next week.
Dark Side's next week. Yeah. So double drops would be nice. I mean, if they really wanted to help people out on stuff like this, I mean, give us a few months of 8 sims. I know people would take 8 sims over 5. Like that in a heartbeat. And the last time they did that, I can't even remember. It wasn't for any particular reason, but they did give it to us for a couple months.
Celebration. It was May the 4th.
So, yeah, I mean, so that wouldn't be shirked at if they were to do something like that. That's for sure. But 1 day here and 1 day there of double drops, it's not what they need to do is exactly what I talked about with. It's exactly what I talked about with somebody either last week or the week before last. They need to make the purchase of Hermit Yoda and Wampa shards in the GET store optional. So you can choose whether you want to use GET1 or GET2.
Oh yeah.
In order to farm Hoda and the Wampa, because
you'd mentioned that on this show. Yeah. You mentioned it back when we gave what improvements we thought we could see coming to the game.
Yeah, because ultimately people aren't going to be able to go for the Galactic Legend Snake until they've got GL
Luke,
until they've got Jedi Knight Luke, and they can't get Jedi Knight Luke without Wampa and Hoda. The other characters, most people have already got the other characters, and the other characters are much easier to get than than Hoda and Wampa, because most people tend to spend their GET1 currency on either Malik or gas. So
I wonder if they're gonna need IPD, if they're gonna put IPD in that because of the Hoth tie-in. Just a TV tie-in.
No, I don't see why not. There's something else that's gonna, mess people up. People will be going back to Hoth for that next. You watch. Although, actually, no, they won't. That would annoy people, because it's easier to go for watch shards than it is. That would just annoy the crap out of people. IPD in there. I mean, I don't even have a 7-star IPD on my main. I think the IPD on my main is 6 stars. I don't have a 7-star IPD on any of my accounts.
Okay, Neil, this is a group. This is the developers that are requiring Jedi Knight Luke in order to get Jedi Master Luke, a character that is not even inside the Journey Guide full time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they'll change that. I still think that they'll bring JKL into the Journey Guide early. I do. I genuinely think that they'll bring him in early.
So you think upon release of these Galactic Legends, they're going to put him in there permanently?
Yeah, I think that they'll put him in. I think that they'll put Jake. I think they'll bring him in early. They're not going to make their money unless people can get Jedi Knight Luke. They're not going to make their money. They're not going to make their payday. If they have to wait, if everybody has to wait 3 months, people will just stop doing what's necessary. If they throw him straight into the Journey Guide around about that time, what are we looking at? Was it end of October, beginning of November, when they were saying that they're going to be bringing the Galactic Legend events out?
Yeah, and so technically 3 weeks. Okay, if they release it alongside the Piet release into farming, it will be 3 weeks from today, approximately.
Yeah. I mean, the whole, cadences have just been, ever since the Journey Guide was introduced, cadences have kind of been thrown out the window. And we've just kind of had to sit back and wait patiently for news as to, when they were going to add, somebody to the Journey Guide. They did, they did add Jedi, Darth Revan and Malik early. Granted, it was only a month early and 2 months early. Darth Revan was brought to the Journey Guide 1 month early. Malik was brought to the Journey Guide 2 months early. So
Gas was brought in 1 month.
Gas got brought in 1 month early. So they've given it a month or 2 months here and there for certain characters. What's to say they just do? Let's just put the character into the Journey Guide. And if they bring in Jedi Knight Luke into the Journey Guide sufficiently early enough, I think that what they'll simply do, if they do bring him in ridiculously early, I think at that point they'll just give all pretense up. They'll forget cadence, and every single time that they bring out a legendary or a Journey Guide, they'll just put them straight in. We're going to release it, and they're just going to put it straight into the Journey Guide because it's the easiest way for them to make money.
Thaddeus wants to point out that you can only hold gas inside for so long before it does damage.
Okay, yeah, there is that as well.
But no, he also wants to let you know that this is a safe space. You can rant; it's all right.
Yeah, I regularly do. Yeah, I just think at some point they will do away with cadence, and every single time they bring out a new legendary or a new journey or a new one, that they'll just put it straight into the Journey Guide because it's the easiest and the fastest way for them to make money. And then every time someone new comes to the game, they instantly can see that character and they instantly know what they need to buy and what they need to spend in order to get that, legendary or Hero's Journey type character. It makes fiscal sense for EA and for CG to put future ones in.
Wouldn't you, as somebody who just unlocked Jedi Knight Luke,
Mhm.
wouldn't you be a little bit upset that it became permanent that quick, that you don't have that exclusivity period that other people had?
Oh no, I don't care about the cadence at all. It doesn't bother me at all. Not one little bit. It annoys me that I had to wait. I mean, that would be like saying for how long did I have to do the Galactic War? Every single day because it was unsimmable, and then all of a sudden they made it simmable, but you had to have done it 150 times, and it's like, oh, okay. And then they reduced it to 50, so people only have to complete it 50 times and then they can sim it. But thank you for the bits, Cascade. But think about it. Does that annoy me? Because for years I had to do it on manual every single day. No, it doesn't. I'm happy that they've made something easier which retains more people in the game. I'm happy for them to make changes within the game that retains more people playing the game, and that is something that would retain more players. It would keep the player base.
Now you did just unlock Jedi Knight Luke,
and
you
two
tried
accounts.
this. Okay, I was about to get to that. You tried this past week on a second account.
Yeah, I did, and it was easier. And I had worse mods. So both accounts, all of the requirements were met. The minimum requirements. So I had all of the characters at Relic 3. Okay? But the mods on my Merc account are nowhere near as good as the mods on my main account, because my main account is much, much older and I've had more time to roll mods and 6E mods. So when I did the event on my main account, every single mod I used was a 6E. And some of them were really, really good. And it took me 2.5 hours. I did it on my Merc account. It took me an hour and a half. I did 6E with Leia on her own. So I had all 3 characters. So tier 6, everybody knows how notoriously hard tier 6 is. None of my mods were 6E. None. I had 1 or 2 on Leia. I had a handful on Leia, a handful on Chewie, a handful on C-3PO, and a handful just enough to get the crit chance on Lando up so that his AoE was going. So when I completed it, I had all 3 of them with a little bit of health, no protection, went into 2 of 2. Lando got slotted straight away, and I thought, great, here we go. I'm just going to have to redo the whole thing again. I got lucky with the ability blocks. I got lucky with the blinds 2 times in a row, and then Chewie got killed. And I'm left with Boba Fett and both the stormtroopers, and I'm thinking to myself, this isn't going to work. I am so screwed. So Leia threw her bombs out, and it killed both the stormtroopers in a wanna, and it killed Boba straight away. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, you can't do this to me. This isn't fair. You can't just, because I thought, Boba's going to come back. He's going to do his one shot, kill Leia, and that would have been it. 3 shots. He took 3 shots at Leia, and all of them missed. They were all either dodges or missed, and then she took a shot and killed Boba, and I 1-starred it. And I don't think anybody's 1-starred it. I mean, a couple people might have 1-starred it, but yeah. And I will, if anybody doesn't believe me, I will bring up. In fact, I don't think I can bring it up. I don't think you can bring it up.
Not during the show.
No, I don't think
show.
You can bring up the event once you've done it. I think once you've completed the event, you can't bring it up anymore.
Not the journey, not without the journey guide.
Yeah.
Well, if it's still there, maybe.
So the RNG, I mean, I went from tier 6, I did tier 6, tier 7, and tier 8 in like 20, 30 minutes. I one-shot everything. I didn't need to change mods, didn't need to do anything.
Ray Rock says that DPK also got through with 1 star.
He also got through, yeah. But I couldn't believe it. I was like, every time I got down to 1 character on 2 of 2 for tier 6, they just got smashed straight away. So yeah, 100% pure RNG luck, Clearly, I've used up all my RNG before, which isn't good because I've got GAC tomorrow. So I've used up all my RNG luck on a JKL event for an alt account, which isn't good. That does not bode well. And I need the win because Fartmart lost his first round. Yeah.
So you need to get 2 though. You need to go.
Oh yeah, I know. I still need to win in order for us to be level pegging for the month. But yeah, the fact of the matter is, yeah. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. Not that it makes any difference, because if Bomber or Yeti go undefeated this month, they'll also leapfrog Fort. They'll also leapfrog him. So so Fort and me may have been holding 1 and 2 for ages, but it'll go back to being Bomber and Yeti at 1 and 2, and me and Fort Mort at 3 and 4 in Division 2. So. But yes, I was amazed. I didn't think it was so RNG, the JKL event, but clearly it is. I've done it in quick, 2 accounts within the space of a week, and that tier 6 is just so RNG, totally RNG.
So okay, I'm nowhere near it because I'm to the point where I'm frustrated in the game. I love my guildmates. And I love playing the game that I like to play, which is Galaxy of Heroes. I'm getting very, very sick and tired of playing Galaxy of Metas.
Yeah, some people do.
So Galaxy of Metas is GAC. I'm absolutely sick and tired of it. But I'm going to plug away because I'm representing the downtrodden, the people with floofy accounts. I am the champion of the floof. I will accept that title. And I will continue to push forward. And one of these days, damn it, I'm getting Kyber.
Yeah. What you need to do is you need to go hardcore on your mod. Like hardcore. You need to go hardcore on your mods. 300 worth of crystals, 300 worth of crystals.
That's what tomorrow is.
Every single day, to get them mods. Yeah.
That is what tomorrow is. The double drops on mods. I'm taking that and I'm running with it, and I'm going to see what I can do. I've been, I didn't know if it was this one or next one, but it is happening.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer a question here. Ice House Swaga, what is your floofiest character? I want to say all of my Phoenix that I originally took far up to not Relic. That was before Relics came out, but my current floof would probably be Grief Karga. We're going to see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm Floofy's not. Floofy's not good. Floofy won't work in GAC.
But here's the thing. I enjoy having the GP to give to my guild in territory battles. If it is the difference in my GP on whether or not we get a new star or not, I take pride in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do spend my Omegas. I Macias was in, I'm going to call him out. I don't care. Macias was in the GA Center competitors room saying, I just realized all these mods that all these top tier mods that I'm throwing on my top 80 and the Omegas is inflating my GP to where I'm getting difficult matches. You can't take Omegas off. You can take mods off, though.
Yeah. Take mods off.
But then you're left without mods.
And so that doesn't work well for people. I mean, you can get lucky sometimes, but if you've got a high end GP, then yeah, it's not gonna do you any good at all, especially your top 80.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just got to be cautious. And but yeah, mods. If you can really get some fast, speedy mods for your relict squads, then it's probably going to make a big difference for you in G.
One of these days next week, I'm probably going to sit there and do a mod depression stream. I'm going to sit there and roll up all my mods and remod my characters top to bottom. If anybody wants to join me for that, hit me up on Discord.
You should throw your ally code in Grand Ivory and just see what top 80 looks like.
Yeah.
With set the parameters for however you want them. I mean, I know you're going to do this. You can set them for PvE. You don't have to set them for PvP. That's one of the functions. That's one of the things I like about Grand Ivory is you can remod your monster for PvE or for PvP, which is, you know, a great little factor. I'm currently going through. I have to do that with 2 of my accounts. I have to do it with my Merc account. I have to do it with my main account because I spent like ages so long. I took mods off all my best characters when I was doing the JKL event to complete the JKL event, and I can't remember where the hell all of my mods need to go back. So I've kind of like patchworked them back to where I think they belong, but I know that they're not particularly good. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing. I've got a remod on Grand Ivory for both my accounts saved for PvP.
I do just want to point out that I'm glad that you enjoy mods. You know, I really am glad that you enjoy mods. That makes one of us. At least you know, the mod loving population is embraced by you. You know, or they embrace you.
It's a pain in the ass, but once you've done it, it's out of the way. You know, once you've done it, it's done and dusted. And, you know, you need to take a good hour, 2 hours just retweaking things here and there.
Oh, it's going to be longer than that because I have a mod. I have a mod on every single character.
Yeah, no, but you're only it's only going to be beneficial. You're only going to see the benefits of a full roster remod to your top AE. Once you've modded your top AE, you're looking, you know, the other mods that you put on the characters below that AE, then they're not going to be very good mods. They're going to be trash mods and mediocre mods. It's only really going to change for your best characters and your best squads. So when you remod your entire roster, yeah, sure, it's looking at every single mod on every single character, but it's looking to put your best mods on your best characters at the top end of your roster. So once you've finished doing your top 10 squads or your top 15 squads, you're less inclined to look at what Grand Ivory's telling you what to do, and you're just kind of like, it's like, yeah, so it's like, oh, do I really care what Grand Ivory says for Jyn Erso? No, I don't. Or K2SO? No.
In segment 1, we did mention that we wanted to talk about the new Galactic Challenge. I enjoyed it, but I also have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I was able to get every single reward. I was able to get every single reward. And once again, and I mentioned this last week, I think it was, where I enjoy the fact that they took out the tier requirements for the top. They said, just complete it with this, just only this type of squad. I like that. There you go. You did that well. Complete it undersize. Doesn't matter what the squad is. Good job. You did that well.
Do it without talk about this after the break? Just looking at the time.
I know, but we got a short second segment.
Yeah, true. We do. So what? Do you not want to do a break now and then just do a short second segment? We've got a short second segment. We do.
I mean, what is the second segment? Say quickly what you were going to say. My point is simply, CG, do not give up on this Galactic Challenge thing that you're doing. But I do have a little bit of teeth and salt to give you in the second segment. But what are your thoughts on the Galactic Challenges this time around, and then take us to break? Gavin Mothma, thank you for the follow.
Well, I have a theory. That the way that the current prize structure is, especially regarding the feats. Obviously, you're getting 5 character shards for tiers 1, tiers 2, and tier 3, providing, of course, you use the faction that it says that you've got to use. Now, obviously, the first one was resistance. Now, I had a JTR, so I just used my JTR. I used a standard resistance. I put my resistance in. I hit auto. I got my 5 in tiers 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Straight away, did it. Auto, didn't care. Just wanted the 5 character shards. And this time around, it's the First Order. Now, my First Order on my main account isn't that great. I mean, I literally took my first order to the minimum requirements to get my 7-star BB-8, and then I never touched them afterward. So my Kylo Ren is Gear 8. Both Kylos are Gear 8. And my Officer's 8. My Phasma's 8. You know, so they're all like 8s. I mean, I do have a couple of 9s in there. I think the Panda's 9. So I just took in a Gear 8 with a couple of 9s in and hit auto on tiers 1, 2, and 3. And it did it. And I got the 5 character shards for tiers 1, 2, and 3. And it got me thinking that they've tweaked galactic challenges to be able to be completed for tiers 1, 2, and 3 and get the feat rewards for 1, 2, and 3 for those that buy the Hyperdrive bundle. Because if you look at the factions that you get, level 80, Gear 8, abilities 5 from the Hyperdrive bundle, it's every single faction in the Hyperdrive bundle are the factions that are going to be in every single one of the galactic challenges. And if you could, I mean, I'm not saying that
it's
you.
Pretty, it's nice for them.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you could do it on auto because they are still level 80, and obviously they've only been taken up to level 5. So, but it could most certainly be done manually. So the galactic challenges, tiers 1, 2, and 3, can be done manually to get the feats and get those 15 character shards if you've got the Hyperdrive bundle. So I think that they've geared tiers 1, 2, and 3 and the reward for that feat on what the capability of the Hyperdrive. Obviously, there's no mods. So, you know, you would still need to put mods on those characters. But I think that they've geared tiers 1, 2, and 3 for the galactic challenges around what you get from the Hyperdrive bundle.
All right. Well, guys, we'll be right back after these messages. I have a little bone to pick with CG. I gave him a compliment, but I'm going to add a lot of bitterant to that in just a moment, right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
This is Maccaeus, and I assure your privacy and confidentiality when using my remodding services.
G'day legends, this is Heinzie. Did you know Maccaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier modding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Maccaeus will remod your roster from top to bottom with continuous consultation with where to go from there. Maccaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and he has tons of additional services available as well, like a full cleanup of your mods, PvP plans, and lots more. Contact Maccaeus today on Discord, all in lowercase guys, MIKAYAS 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or hit up MaccaeusMods@gmail.com. I fully endorse Maccaeus Modding Mayhem, and you will too. Maccaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast and the Escape Podcastaways network.
Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I approve this message, and am compensated for signups for this service.
The world's largest audiobook library is at your fingertips, and the Escape Podcastaways wants you to try it for free. Head on over to escapepodcastaways.com and click the Going Nerdy offer button to claim a free audiobook and 2 Audible originals. Cancel anytime, and it's absolutely free to sign up. Check out Audible and support the Escape Podcastaways, all for free. See Audible website for details. Restrictions may apply.
Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Ware could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. And you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/the Escape Pod to sign up.
Have you been interested in getting items 3D printed but haven't wanted to buy one of those expensive printers? Are you looking for a literally one-of-a-kind tech gift gadget?
Evil Genius 3D Printing and Gadgets is your one-stop shop for both of those items. Nerd-owned and Escape Pod approved, put Lenny the Evil Genius to work for you. If you can dream it, he could possibly make it. Contact Lenny at evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com for more information. That's evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com. Get something unique in your hands.
Hey, I'm Andy Beads.
Hey, I'm Danish Wobble.
Hey, I'm Ando.
Hey, I'm Jake.
I'm Bringer Adept.
Jake Johnson TX.
I'm Ramby2307.
Spartan Z here.
I am Mr. Jacobachi.
Star Wars Galaxy of the Yeti.
I'm Player Gaming Embers.
I'm Lazy Turtle.
I'm Mudbum.
I mean, come on. They already know me. I'm the bloody co-host.
And we are part of
the GAC Chain Gang.
We're a group of streamers who
stream our Grand Arena on Twitch
and continue the chain
into the next streamer.
We have all types of accounts for you to enjoy, from the big whales to the
small accounts.
But we're all here to provide entertainment
and have a good time.
The Grand Arena Chain Gang is proud to be part
of the Escape Pod Castaways Content Creator Network. Stop by and see them, won't you?
This is Hellenix.
Hashtag shameless self-promotion.
And you're listening to the Escape Pod Cast, part of the Escape Pod Castaways Network.
Welcome back to the second segment. Hello. Oh, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. Oh, Paul teased it.
People used to love when Paul snapped back in the Scotty days. I'm going to mention that.
So,
before I snap, we do want to acknowledge and announce. I mean, they have announced it on their site, and upper guilds have spread the word that this is available now. But SWGOH.GG has released their counter report. The counters that work, the counters that get the most banners, it is available at SWGOH.GG. You don't have to be a Patreon to get it. He should have made it that way.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a Patreon to get it. And maybe that will help you consider throwing a Patreon to Sep's way. You know, we had Sep on a little bit ago about the whole GG site, and we promised that there were fun things inbound. This was one of them, guys.
Yeah.
You have to go check this out. SWGOH.GG, and up at the top in its own banner, I think it says the meta report is here. Let me just head over there right now, and it's up at the top. It says the SWGOH.GG GAC meta report is live. You click check it out. It has the meta squads, the best leaders, and then it has the squad counters. Mm-hmm. Now, you were saying that you were wishing that it would go back to when while we were talking, Neil?
I'd love to see them eventually scrape the data back to 8. They started at 10. I'd like to see them take the data from 9 and from 8, because 8 was when we first started seeing the GLs. So it would be nice to have from that month and the month after in the meta report, because it'll give more complete data. It'll give more counters. It'll make the percentages, the success rate, and the banner numbers a little bit more accurate, because the more data that the report has and the more GACs that they take data from, the more accurate it gets. The more accurate it gets, the more people that look it, the more traffic that goes to SWGOH.GG, and just the better for everybody. And it'll definitely make a GAC more competitive, because people will look at those counters and they'll go, oh my god, I've got 4 out of that 5 squad, but all I need to do is get that one member, and they'll go, they'll either farm it, or they'll get the gear up on it, or they'll switch the mods on it, because obviously that's one thing that you've got to remember from this, is it's kind of like not including the mods. And obviously a lot of these counters are going to, the success or the failure of a lot of these counters will likely depend on how good the mods are on each of those characters, which is why.
But you'll see a higher you'll see a higher percentage rate success
Mm-hmm.
with it when it comes to more squads doing that are not dependent on mods. Now, Grace says no more secret counters. Guys, the secret counters were gone. The secret counters were absolutely gone when this first was released, where you could see what counter was taken in to your own team. So those secret counters are long gone. Quit complaining about secret counters. Have fun. I mean, I'm trying to get him on next week. I want to try to get him on next week if we can. But a guy named SoDef, I found him this morning on Twitch. And he's a buddy of Grace's, and he was rocking some excellent counters, just playing around, having fun. And I cannot wait for you guys to meet this guy. I really, really can't. All right. We're about 9 minutes out from when we must go to break. Here's the salt. After the backlash that we gave, Neil, I'm near the point where you were when that original bundle came out. But the SWGOH events data mine posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bundles that have been named for the game. 2 of them are called the Gear Completion Bundle. Gear Completion Bundle 1, Gear Completion Bundle 2. There is the Dark Side Starter Bundle. But then they threw in words that should not be together. The word mod and the word bundle. These 2 things should not be in this game. I called out, and Llama and I have been admitted into the content creator program for this developer. Her and I called out Gameloft for $100 gear packs on characters to take them from gear 1 to gear 6. We called them out on that. We told them, no, you're not supposed to charge that much for gear. They have since put out some better packs, but they still have the $100 gear pack. That's not what this is about. Mods. Mods are not random. Or they are random. Forgive me. Mods are random. Unless these suckers come pre-rolled, don't you dare put them back into the store. Don't do it. Because that is not what this game needs. This game needs a better mod economy before you start throwing out bundles including them. And there are 6, Neil. There's the Ultimate Mod Bundle 1, the Ultimate Mod Bundle 2. Then there's the Stalwart Mod Bundle 1 and Stalwart Mod Bundle 2. Then there's the Nimble Mod Bundle 1 and Mod Bundle 2. We know they put out two of them each time. Now, Ultimate Mod Bundle. Okay. Stalwart and Nimble. Are those 2 different sets for Jedi Knight Luke, do you think?
I mean, until we see them, we're not going to know. It could be that the Ultimate Mod Bundle is all golds or all 6Es, and that Stalwart is all purple, and that Nimble is all blue or all green, with predetermined stats on them. So that's what it could be. It could be that the ultimate mod bundle is you know exactly what the primary stats are and what all of the secondary stats are, because all of the mods are gold. So that's what it could mean by ultimate. And then nimble and stalwart being, well, you know what some of the stats are on this one, and you know what a few of the stats are on this one.
They can be 6E. I don't care if they're all orange mods. If they start at level 1, putting them up for $100 is a slap in the face to every player that grinds out and supports you even just a little bit. No offense, Neil. Forget the free-to-play players in this scenario. They're not going to buy it anyway. But for people that toss you $20 for your new character here and $20 for your new character there, and enjoy the ships and will refresh their energy so they can go after, so you can go after the new ship meta because you enjoy it. It's a kick in the balls and it's a slap in the face, both.
Well, if these mod packs are, for example, as bad as we think they're going to be, if they're as bad as that $75 mod pack, then we could all just collectively come together as a content creator community and make a video that says, "Don't buy this mod pack," and then we put that in the title, and every single person does a video that says, "Don't buy this mod pack," and then we put the title of the mod pack. No, we haven't tried that. I'm talking about every single content creator sitting in front of their camera for a few minutes saying, "This pack, don't get me wrong, the game is good and you can spend your money however you like, but we believe that these packs, specifically these mod packs, are 100% a rip-off, and they're designed to rip you off when you could just do some 50 and 100 crystal refreshes and take your chances on getting some mods and then getting some slicing material, and you might be able to roll it for 50 or 100 or 150 crystals instead of paying 50 or 75 or $100 for mods that you still don't know if they're going to give you the stats that you want. But if you had 20, 30, 40 content creators and they all made the exact same video and they made the title the exact same title, YouTube and Twitch's logarithm, so anybody going onto YouTube and searching for this mod pack is going to come up with 15, 20, 30 content creators with the exact same title talking about the exact same thing, and that exact same thing is, do not buy this mod pack. Spend your money on this pack. Spend your money on that pack, but don't spend your money on this pack. When
do you really think that we can get every content creator to do that?
I don't see why not. If the mod packs are as much as an egregious ripoff as that $75 one that I went off on several months ago, if these mod packs are of a similar ilk, then yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, Mobile Gamer does it for packs in Marvel Strike Force. Does a program where he specifically said, he does the pack review, and if he comes across a pack that he doesn't like, he stands there in front of his camera and he stands by his opinion and he says, "Do not buy this pack." Pack review, don't buy it. It's trash. It's crap. Don't buy it. Now we could do a similar thing.
But people still do it. Still do it. And there's other content creators that aren't banding with Mobile Gamer in this case.
Yes, but
people are still going to buy this crap.
People are still going to buy this crap, yes, but if enough people make the titles the exact same and they make the content of the video the exact same thing, when somebody who does not know if this pack is good value or bad value does their search, mod pack, whatever it's called, and they do that type that into the search on YouTube, and it comes up with every single video that comes up initially in the search is every single content creator saying that this pack is not good value. People will look at that and go, okay, that's a half a dozen to a dozen to 2 dozen content creators saying that this pack isn't good value. Maybe I should listen to them and do it, not buy it.
I mean, or maybe just CG would listen to the community and say, this is crap, and stop doing this to us. As a dolphin, I am fine, as I said, purchasing the character. I am fine with every once in a while going a little ham. Look at my 3PO, my Chupio.
Yeah.
I went ham because I got extra good tips 2 weeks in a row. So I went after Chupio.
Yeah, I mean,
I was happy to do that.
Exactly.
But
we're not going to be saying to people, don't buy chests, or don't buy vaults, or don't buy these character shards, or
it's
don't.
the packs.
It's just the mod packs. We're just going to be suggesting to people that these packs are no value to them whatsoever, and that if they're going to buy a vault, if they're going to spend $100 on a vault with crystals, then let's say for argument's sake that these bundles require crystals to purchase. It's like, don't use your crystals to purchase these. Use your crystals to buy refreshes on mods, and use your crystals to buy. So I'm just saying, we're not suggesting for 1 second that we're going to tell people don't spend your money on everything or don't spend your crystals on everything. We want people to continue buying their crystals so that they can, build up their rosters and buy gear and buy this and buy that and spend their crystals in shipments because they might need stun guns and stuff like that. That's fine. All we're simply saying is we don't want people to spend money on this mod bundle if it's not good value. That's all.
Yeah. So CG, the ball's in your court. You've heard our punditry on this. If it's the same as it was for the Rey and Kylo packs, it's not. You should have pizzaed you should not have hot dogged when you were supposed to pizza. I think that's the South Park quote. Anyway, we are going to tell you a good way to, maybe spend a little money and actually feel good about it coming up in the next segment where we have a talk with VsariGames. But first, coming up before that, story time with the llama, along with a very, very interesting giveaway that's happening with our Lego podcast and two of our Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed content creator friends. Stay tuned for information on that right here on the Escape Pod cast.
The Escape Pod cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Hello, Escape Padawans. It is the llama here to remind you that the Escape Pod Castaways are on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, you can catch us on YouTube and on Twitch every week streaming Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed, your favorite new Galaxy of Heroes show GA Center, and so much more. Come catch us on the web.
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the Force with Biscuit Weasel. Or maybe you like the Escape Pod talents from Down Under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Pod cast.
Heinzie from the ANZGC is officially a member of the Escape Pod Castaways. Make sure you go and search for Heinzie on YouTube today because he live streams a lot of his GAC content, and not only does he do that, he also does some pretty fun videos from time to time, including a behind the screen and also streaming Jedi Fallen Order. And from time to time, this idiot might drop by. Head on over and check out Heinzie today on YouTube, a part of the Escape Pod Castaways network.
The Escape Pod cast for kids. It's really cool.
Hello and welcome back, Escape Padawans, to Storytime with the Llama and the Escape Pod cast for kids. This week is episode 2 of our Journey Through the Journey Guide series, and we are going to be talking about the Emperor's Demise Legendary event to get, of course, Emperor Palpatine. Now, requirements for this event, you're going to need 5 rebels. You're going to want to make sure that your rebels are at least 7 stars, gear 9, and their abilities are at level 7. I highly suggest that you use the Phoenix Squadron to complete this event. Why? Because they act as double duty. You get more bang for your buck when you farm these Phoenix characters right away, because you can use them for Emperor Palpatine, and you can use them to unlock Grand Admiral Thrawn, who we'll be talking about next week. Now, you can also use other rebels like Old Ben, Farm Boy Luke, Wedge, Biggs, and Leia if you want to try and focus more towards CLS. But, like I said, Phoenix are a great team to start out with. They're excellent in Galactic War, and double duty, who doesn't like more bang for their buck? Now, in this event, there are 7 tiers that will take Emperor Palpatine to 7 stars. I will note that similar to Grandmaster Yoda last week, he will unlock at 5 stars with the 5-star required characters, and I highly suggest you do so you can use an Empire team on your dark side battles. The difficulty on this event is going to be low to medium. It is a fairly easy event. I beat it personally with gear 8 Phoenix. I think I might have had 1 or 2 of them at gear 9, but not all of them were there. So it's a fairly easy event. Like I said last week, medium difficulty just because RNG is a very real thing in this game. So sometimes you might hit some bad RNG and have to try it again. Let's dig a little bit into Emperor Palpatine himself. So he's got the dark side tag, he's a support character, obviously a leader, and he's also got the Sith and Empire tags. His basic ability, Lightning Strike, deals special damage to the target enemy and shocks them for 3 turns. Then Papa Palp will gain 15% turn meter for each shocked enemy. Enemies with shock can't gain health, buffs, or bonus turn meter. His first special, Power of the Dark Side, deals special damage to all enemies with a 70% chance to stun them for 1 turn. Shocked enemies are stunned for 2 turns, and they will then dispel their shock. All allies also gain offense up for 2 turns. With his second special, Let the Hate Flow, all other ally units lose 5% health, and Palp recovers health equal to 150% of the total amount lost. Palpatine also will gain 50% turn meter for each shocked enemy, and all allies gain health steal up 1 for 1 turn. His leadership ability, Emperor of the Galactic Republic, grants Empire and Sith allies plus 35% potency and 35% max health. Jedi and Rebel enemies have minus 35% potency and minus 35% evasion. When an Empire ally inflicts a debuff during their turn, they gain 20% turn meter. When a Sith ally inflicts a debuff during their turn, they recover 20% health. When a debuff on an enemy expires, Empire and Sith allies gain 5% turn meter. When Palpy is active, his unique ability, Crackling Doom, deals damage to enemies at the start of their turn equal to 20% of their max health for each of the following things. 1, they're shocked, 2, if they're a Jedi, or 3, if they're a Rebel. This damage can't defeat any enemies. Palpatine also has plus 50% max protection, and when he inflicts shock, he gains 5% max protection until the end of the encounter. Emperor Palpatine has 2 Zetas. One is going to be on his leadership ability, Emperor of the Galactic Empire, and his second is going to be on his unique Crackling Doom. As far as mods go, I highly recommend you mod him for potency and speed. You really want him to be shocking enemies, you want him to be stunning enemies, so that potency is going to be key. You also want him to be fast. His secondary abilities for his mods should definitely focus around defense, health, and protection. He's really squishy until you get him to gear 12 and gear 13 and relic him. So that defense, health, and protection is really going to help keep him alive so he can put these debuffs on your enemies. Palpatine is obviously going to work best in an Empire or a Sith team. He's a great leader, so he's really the go-to leader for an Empire team. You can also use him under Vader or Thrawn, but his leadership ability really is the best out of the 3. You can also use him in a Sith team, but there are a lot of other better characters out there that make up a Sith team a little bit better than Emperor Palpatine. He really is best in an Empire team. Now, I've got one more really exciting announcement to share with you. Paul and I are teaming up with content creators that are part of the LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed content creator program named Bricksbird and Vintage X. They come together and make the Brickdown podcast for a pretty awesome giveaway. We will be giving away LEGO set number 75294, which is the Star Wars Bespin dual set. A little bit about this set: it was a special set that was created for Star Wars Celebration this year by LEGO for sale at that event and nowhere else. Since Star Wars Celebration got canceled, LEGO decided to sell this to the public. It was only available in North America. You couldn't really get it anywhere else, and it was completely sold out right away. Now the sets are valued at over $100 resale. It is a super awesome set depicting that iconic Bespin scene between Luke Skywalker and Lord Vader. We all know which scene that is, and we are giving it away. All you have to do is follow us on Twitch, the Escape Podcast. You can also get additional entries if you go and subscribe to Bricksbird and the Brickdown podcast on YouTube. We'll put their links down in the description. I highly suggest you get as many entries into this contest as possible. It's a really, really cool set. We will be announcing the winner on next week's LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed edition of the Escape Podcast, where we have Bricksbird himself on. Go subscribe to them on YouTube. Make sure your subscription is public. Get your entries in so you can win this awesome set. That's all for me. Tune in next week for more story time with the llama and the Escape Pod Cast for Kids.
This is Maccaeus, and I assure your privacy and confidentiality when using my remodding services.
G'day legends, this is Heinzie. Did you know Maccaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier modding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Maccaeus will remod your roster from top to bottom with continuous consultation with where to go from there. Maccaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and he has tons of additional services available as well, like a full cleanup of your mods, PvP plans, and lots more. Contact Maccaeus today on Discord, all in lowercase guys, MIKAYAS 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or hit up MaccaeusMods@gmail.com. I fully endorse Maccaeus Modding Mayhem, and you will too. Maccaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast and the Escape Podcastaways network.
Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the incoming transmission for this episode of the Escape Podcast. And this week I have a very, very special guest for us, a rival of sorts, coming up tomorrow night, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. What time is that over there in the UK? I think that's going to be 11 p.m., right?
Yes.
All right. So
yes.
So 5 p.m. Eastern US, 11 p.m. English time. We will be presenting to you the Creator Cup, Team Castaways versus Team VsariGames, who is right down there. He is a content creator straight out of England. He has become a very, very good friend these past 2 months as we've been cooking this up for you. We're going to be doing this event to benefit World Child Cancer, but let's introduce you to Vasari before we go start talking smack here. He is a variety streamer like a lot of us, and we very much enjoy his presence and look forward to much more in the future with him. Ladies and gentlemen, VsariGames. How are you, Vasari?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you. I'm hot
It's hot tonight in the UK. I'm sweating.
Oh,
I'm
quit
very
your
well.
belly aching. You know how rare it is when it gets hot in the UK. It rains too much. Oh, it's too... Try living in Illinois.
You make a very good
kill
point.
for the temperate climate of the UK here. I would kill for
I
it.
think we're sweating the fact we're going to be facing each other in just less than 24 hours.
I'm really looking forward to it. Saturday coming along. I've got to go to work first tomorrow and Friday, but I can't wait for Saturday to come and get this thing rocking that we've been planning for months on end. I really, really can't wait.
You're giving away the fact that we've recorded this already on Wednesday. I've been talking that everything's happening tomorrow, but that's okay.
Sorry.
Spoiler alert.
I'm tired.
It is 11 o'clock. We're because of time difference. We did want to get this out of the way and recording.
Yeah.
You've even moved into somebody's bedroom, it seems.
Yes, this is my daughter's bedroom.
Yeah, that's
my
a very
3 girls.
looking bedroom now.
So I've got the 2 older girls' bunk bed right behind me, and my other one's to my left, out of shot. And this is the room I will be doing our charity event in as well. I've moved my entire setup in here today.
Well, it's an awesome. It actually feels like home, so I recommend it. Vasari, let's talk a little bit about your gaming background. How long have you been playing video games?
I first started playing video games. I would think it was about 5. So going back to the days of the Commodore 64, the Amiga 500, we're going all the way back, and I've been playing ever since. Mega Drives, Nintendos, PlayStations, you name it, I played it. I'd play a variety of games as well: platformers, shooters, strategy, role playing. The only ones I don't tend to play are sports. Not a big sports game fan. But other than that, I've pretty much played any genre of game. I've been there and played it. So that's about 31 years of gaming under my belt.
There you go. So what are you playing lately today? You know, what are you streaming on? So let's introduce people to your channel. If they go to VsariGames, twitch.tv/VsariGames, what are they going to see on there?
At the moment, it's Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which is mainly just GAC. I've started
just stop. You can just stop there, mate. That's all we need to know. That's it. GAC, that's all we care about.
Yeah. I think other people might be interested in other things, Nev. I've just got this.
Other games. I'm just saying regarding SWGOH, just stop at GAC. Now move on to other games.
Yeah.
Don't give Paul the satisfaction of but we also do some PV. Sorry, PV what? Sorry, no. Just GAC. Move on.
Yeah, that's the truth of it, though. To be fair, it is mainly just GAC because let's be honest, there's not much else to do. I've started the Halo Master Chief Collection campaigns, so we're starting from Halo 1. We're going to keep working forward through that, and some Marvel Strike Force. I'm planning on bringing Among Us to my streams as well, because that's a bit of a hot ticket right now.
And funny, Among Us has been out for a little while, and now all of a sudden it's starting to pick up steam.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't even heard of it until about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And then all of a sudden, everybody wants to play it. But it's not new at all. It's got quite a bit of age under its belt. So that's I'm surprised it's taken this long to become so popular, considering how long it's been around for.
Well, sometimes games take a bit of time. They take it just takes that little bit of extra time, or it takes that little bit of extra word of mouth. Some games just don't get publicized, and then all of a sudden, one big gamer, I'm not saying ninja, but I'm saying a ninja-like content creator might be like, wow, check this game out. It's absolutely awesome. And then all of their viewers and all of their subs and followers will take a look at it and they'll be like, you know, where have you been all my life? Where have you been? Where's this title been all my life? This is totally awesome. So it could be a little bit of that.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened. I mean, we're not even talking a AAA game here, so it's had no big promotions. It's no big endorsements. It's been a little indie game tucked away in the corner for so long, and it's probably exactly like you said. A big name has found it, put it on a stream or something, and now everyone wants a piece of the pie.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody wants a piece of the pie.
It's just so hard to stream that game, though, because if you're the imposter, people could cheat and be like, oh, I'm watching his stream, he's the imposter. Otherwise, if you get killed by the imposter, then people are like, oh, I saw Brown do it. Brown's the imposter. And they vote him off right away.
Yeah, I mean, I've played on stream with DB and a few other creators and his brothers. Heinz's done it, Fighting Drunk's done it. And to be honest, everyone has been respectful of that. We're not cheating. We know we can very easily, but we're not doing because we're just going to ruin the game, which I think is great how there are people out there who refuse to cheat because you're just going to ruin the game for everybody. But you're absolutely right, Paul. There will be people out there who will abuse it, just like you've said. There will be.
Yeah, and I suppose it's one of the issues that you get with a lot of these fun, simplistic games is they're very easily hackable, I guess, because they're so basic in nature. I think their basicness and their simplicity is what makes them so much fun. A lot of the times, people don't want to have to push a million buttons all in one go, and move a million. You know, they don't want to have to move like 2 analog bits and be hitting 2 triggers and be pushing. You know, sometimes people just like to move around and hit jump or hit. You know, and that's one of the reasons why I suppose people like those games so much. It's one of the reasons why I'm really looking forward to RetroArch on Steam, because with RetroArch on Steam, it's going to put at the fingertips of gamers every game you can imaginally conceive of that will be able to then stream on Twitch and YouTube, and it's going to be like Christmas for gamers. I'm going to wake up and think, you know what, I want to be 15 again. It's Mortal Kombat 2 time. You know what? I want to be 22 again. It's time to play a little bit of Tekken 4, and it's all going to be available on Steam. So I think that there's going to be a big push and kind of like a trend towards the more simplistic games over the next couple of years, with a few exceptions like Star Wars Squadrons.
When it comes to this whole RetroArch thing, Neil, and you do your personal 24-hour stream coming up next month.
Oh God, RetroArch has to. If RetroArch
you versus me in Mortal Kombat 2, I will take you on.
Oh really? I mean, you can try. I mean, it's like Street Fighter 2 or Super Mario Kart. Literally, I mean, think about it. How many people? I mean, I think things like Super Mario Kart, Mortal Kombat 2, Street Fighter. I think those games are going to blow up because you will be able to play anybody in your friend list on Steam on these games. Whereas normally you'd have to be both sat at the same console. Over Steam, all you need to do is connect to a friend in your friend list, and then you can play anybody in the world versus Street Fighter 2, right?
It's gonna blow up.
It is
gonna blow up.
All those wonderfully simple games where it's just a gamepad type game, not a million keys on a keyboard with a mouse. I think that's gonna be great. So, yeah.
So, let's talk about your Star Wars. This is a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes primary show. Let's talk about your Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes account. How long have you been playing, and does Neil get to punch your card?
Oh dear. Right. My account is, I think I joined about 2 weeks after it launched. So for the sake of it, let's just call it a 5-year account, just for a nice round number. But I walked away from the game for a good maybe 12 to 18 months. It was say between 9 and 18 months time period. I didn't play the game. I was running my own guild. I got completely burnt out. The stress just took all the enjoyment out of it. So given the age of the account, the roster is nowhere near what it should be if I continued playing. So it's got a lot of flaws. I mean, there's no Darth Revan on there. There's no Jedi Knight Revan on there. There's no Malik. There's no Gas. I've only just put a Padme team together, and even that's only a G12 Kenobi, and I think it's a G10 Padme.
So what division are you?
I'm about to move up to Division 3.
There you go.
I think I'm about 700,000 short, but the amount of GP you gain from putting relics on characters, I'm going to soon go over into the next division. It's not going to take long.
Yeah, I'm about to. As much as I didn't want to, I'm literally, within the next 4 weeks, going to be hitting Division 1. So, yeah, I was really, really hoping to hold off on going over that 4.5 million threshold, but it's not going to happen. So, yeah, sometimes you get promoted when you don't want to get promoted. You're just thinking to yourself, I just want to do this to my roster, and I just want to do that, and then get promoted. But, yeah, it never works quite out that way, does it, mate?
No. I mean, I'm trying to get all these staple teams that everybody's got. The Jedi Knight Revan, the Darth Revan, the Padme. I'm trying to get them all geared up at relic level, and it's going to take me up to the next division. And I'm going to have to play smarter in my GACs. Is the only way I'm going to win realistically. Because if I come up against an opponent who's got Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan on defense, I struggle because I just don't have the comps to take them both down.
Mm-hmm.
It's either one or the other, and usually that's Shaq T clones to do that.
Yeah, so, no, you might be you won't be facing me, but you'd be facing people like me because I just got Darth Revan on my 1.8 million GP account last night.
Are you? I'm sorry if I missed it. Are you free to play, or did you pay at one point, or what's?
Oh no, free to play. I don't spend money on SWGOH.
Not even a gift card.
Nope.
Now, that would explain your money. GP. That would explain your G. That would explain where you. I mean, I'm a day one player, and mine's literally only just about to hit 4.5. So you can tell the difference between a day one free to play and a day one person that's paid. A day one person that's paid is already around about between 5.5 6 million. Anybody that's free to play that's been playing casually and just 100% pure free to play from day one, unless they hit all those thresholds and all of the metas at just the right time to be able to at least make a little bit of crystal income and we're in guilds at the right time, they're going to be below 5 million. And some people are going to be below 4.
Yeah, I mean, in the early days, I was tempted to try and buy some chromium packs to get some of my favorite characters, but I just didn't. I'd spend money on PlayStation games instead.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'll spend 45 quid on the latest PlayStation title instead of hoping I get my character in a chromium pack.
Just hold that thought for a minute. So why didn't you go for that chromium pack then? What was it that stopped you from going pay to win and remaining free to play?
Honestly, it was more personal circumstance in a financial way that did it. When I weighed up, I'm spending money on RNG. And I didn't want to take that risk. I could have got lucky, and that one pack got me the 7-star unlock of the character I wanted. It might have taken 50 packs to do it. And I didn't want to spend my money on random chance. So I decided not to.
You didn't want to gamble?
Yeah, I didn't want to gamble.
See?
Exactly.
Exactly. You didn't want to gamble because there is gambling within the game.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
Unless you look at it from my perspective, where you're paying to get the minimum and you might get the bonus.
There is that way to look at it. I mean, if they said to me, right, here's a Chromium pack for £10 and it's completely random chance, or for £25, you can pick the character you want, I'd be happier with that. I'd pay that extra to say, I want Darth Maul. I will pay 25 for Darth Maul.
Yeah.
I'd be much happier with that.
It all depends on your perspective on it. Now, you mentioned to buy a PlayStation game. I'm sorry to tell you, Vasari, that we don't have any PlayStation games in the Creator Cup on Saturday.
Well, it's a good job I'm playing on PC then, isn't it?
I mean,
there's no PlayStation games. What do you mean?
Here.
There's no PlayStation games. Are you none of the games are available on the PlayStation platform, or are we talking about exclusively PlayStation games only available on that platform that we're not playing? Because you've got to remember, there was a lot of porting.
We're not porting in a PlayStation. I mean, Llama's going to be on PlayStation when we're doing Fortnite. Vasari can do that as well, but you know, the bulk of the games that we're playing, we might as well just release the list of games right now, right, Vasari?
Yeah, absolutely, do it.
So the way that everybody's going to the schedule is we're going to start off with Scribble.io. That's Pictionary. You know, we've seen RSG do Pictionary before, so that's going to be a lot of fun. After that is Halo on the PC, the Master Chief Collection. We're going to be mainly playing Halo 3 multiplayer maps. After that is going to be Jackbox games. Then we're going to do a fun little thing around the midnight hour, Eastern time, where we're going to be doing Marbles on Stream. And the viewers can play for the team that they want to get the point. They can choose either a yellow marble or a purple marble, and whatever marble finishes first gets the point for that race. Or they could choose their own marble and they just get their name called out and we boo them collectively for not choosing a side. After that, we are going to be doing Neil's favorite. That'll be poker.
Some no limit Texas Hold'em.
Yep. With 4 players per side on that. And then late night or early morning for the UK, Cards Against Humanity. So the kids are watching their Saturday morning cartoons. Actually, it'd be Sunday for you guys. While the parents are sitting there staring at their phone, laughing their butt off that a Ferris wheel or a Ferris wheel is just a windmill full of corpses. So after that, we do have some lunchtime Fall Guys or early morning Fall Guys coming up after that. And then Battlefront 2, DB Official, and Jackson Tucker on your team going up. Yep. I mean, this one, VsariGames, I think, has us hands down.
I've got your hands down anyway. I don't know what you mean, Paul.
Oh, whatever. After that, we're going to be doing some D&D with Toyota. Then it's our turn to dominate with Fortnite.
Oh, yeah. I've never played. You're absolutely...
We got Llama and I on Fortnite.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're hoping in a way that there is a tie, but at the same time, we're hoping it is not a tie. When this comes up, 23 hours into the stream, it will be you versus me in one-on-one games.
Yeah.
To see who gets that final point.
Yeah. We haven't decided on what kind of tiebreaker we may play, if there is a tiebreaker.
Well, we were thinking
paper,
chess.
scissors,
We were
Blizzard,
thinking,
Spock.
Yeah, you'd say poker, Neil?
No, rock, paper, lizard. What rock,
paper,
paper,
rock, paper, scissors, lizard,
Spock.
But nonetheless, I mean, it's a 24 hours full of fun. But again, this is all for charity for World Child Cancer. And with that being said, we've also kind of put some big goals in mind. Right now, our goal at the start is going to be 500 pounds.
Yeah.
If we get to 500 pounds, we're going to do something zany. We're still figuring it out. Once again, this is recorded Wednesday, but nonetheless, we'll have something zany at 500. At 1,000, pardon me, at 1,000, the cast, anybody who's on that game, we're going to pause the game and do the noob arena. If we get to 1,000, we get to 1,500 pounds. This hair is getting cut by Mrs. Anthony. If we get to 2,000, you promised to do something. What was that, Vasari?
If we get to £2,000, I will have the Escape Podcast logo tattooed on my arm.
And then if
I will have it right there.
Well, and if we get to 2,500, VsariGames goes right here. So
are we talking the logos? Are we?
We're talking the logos.
Talking the logos. So what's below here and what's below Paul there?
Yeah. So we will get our respective the other person's respective logos tattooed on our bodies forever.
You see, the Escape Podcast, people would look at that tattoo and go, "That's kind of cool," but people would look at a purple and blue V and go, "What? Why do you have a blue and purple V tattooed on your arm?"
We already talked about that. It's also going to say VsariGames, but we're also adding the words "for charity" underneath.
All right,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Because you can explain the Escape Podcast. It's very difficult to explain a blue and purple V on your arm.
It's also going to say VsariGames underneath. Don't worry.
We've got a plan. I really do hope we can raise that much money. I really, really do.
Another thing will be though that I think if we hit 3,000, Neil needs to get DB Official's logo tattooed on his back.
Oh no, I won't get anything tattooed. I don't have any tattoos. I don't do tattoos.
Oh, okay.
Under no circumstances will a needle touch my skin for any reason. I actually had an argument with my ex about this. It's like, why won't you get the kids' names tattooed on you? It was like, you do it then. Did you see any tattoos on me? There's a reason for that, you know? Don't do tattoos.
All right. Well, we tried. We tried, Vasari.
We have tried. Maybe he'll throw his GAC match instead.
Oh.
Oh no. I'm not deliberately tanking. Do you want me to? Oh.
No. Here we go. He can only fight on auto.
Ooh, yes.
My teams aren't that good. I mean,
We'll figure it out before we go live.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We got plenty of time before then. But it is going to be a really, really fun thing. I am going to kick your butt, Vasari. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying anything. No, you won't.
But also, one thing we do want to mention during the stream, you will meet Alice, who represents World Child Cancer. You're going to see some of the stories that have touched their lives. You're going to learn all about that as well. It's lots of fun coming up on that, because we are going to need bathroom breaks.
Unfortunately, so yeah. And food.
What do you, other than the Creator Cup, what stuff do you have coming up on your channel, Vasari? Because it's going to be simulcast. But by the way, the Creator Cup will be simulcast here and also on Vasari's channel. And we will be doing some fun stuff for the amount of secondary follows that VsariGames gets during the stream as well. So make sure that you're following him during the stream.
Yeah, future plans for the stream. are a bit up in the air right now. I want to bring in a more variety of games. Like I said, I've started with Halo campaigns. Obviously, there's a fair few Halos to get through, so I've got more time to think whilst I'm doing that. I haven't really fleshed it out, so to speak, right now. So it's mainly just, at the moment, it's GAC, Halo, and some Marvel Strike Force, and it's going to take me a while to get through Halo, so watch this space and see what comes. That's all I can say at the moment, I'm afraid.
Not a problem. So, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope that you will join us, even for a little bit, and if you can, to help raise money for World Child Cancer. Coming up in, let's see, this is airing right now. It should be nearing 9 o'clock Central Time. So in 19 hours from now, it's all going live.
Something like that, yeah.
As the time you're hearing this live, in 19 hours, we're going live. 24 hours, we're gonna make it, and we're all doing it together.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
With the band of misfits around us. So they get some sleep, but the two of us, no.
Buttons for punishment, Paul. That's what it is.
Got to get my beauty sleep. You know, I'm all pretty now. I've got short hair and no beard. You know, I've got to look after this mug now. You know, it's the money maker.
So the haircut that I have pledged for if we hit 1.5K will be the Gridden. So
I would so love to see that on you, Paul. I really would.
All right, guys, check out VsariGames at twitch.tv/VsariGames, VsariGames. He's a great follow. He's a great person, and he is great entertainment. Guys, stick around. Coming up after Hallie and the Noob, we do Patreon's Choice on the Bridge. We'll see you after these messages right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
This is Maccaeus, and I assure your privacy and confidentiality when using my remodding services.
G'day legends, this is Heinzie. Did you know Maccaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier modding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Maccaeus will remod your roster from top to bottom with continuous consultation with where to go from there. Maccaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and he has tons of additional services available as well, like a full cleanup of your mods, PvP plans, and lots more. Contact Maccaeus today on Discord, all in lowercase guys, MIKAYAS 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or hit up MaccaeusMods@gmail.com. I fully endorse Maccaeus Modding Mayhem, and you will too. Maccaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast and the Escape Podcastaways network.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much more. Contact ShittyBill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you. Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Ware could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. And you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/The Escape Pod to sign up.
And now time for something completely shameless.
Linux?
Later, Gator.
Linux?
And Banhammer.
Hey,
Meatbag. What, noob?
Lennox, I'm afraid we've picked up
A stowaway. Whoa. You mind telling us what he's saying, noob? Noob? Don't your translators speak Wookiee?
Lennox.
You know.
I'm programmed to speak Wookiee. That's
Not.
why I called you here.
I know you know that I don't know how to speak Wookiee, noob. What I'm asking is, why did you call me out here, and why is this particular Wookiee on my ship?
Lennox, this is Ludbaka. He is one of thousands of users you've banned from your Discord
Tens, noob. Tens.
Okay.
Tens of thousands. No,
Of
noob,
people you
stop
banned
that.
from one of your Discord servers.
Tens of people, not tens of thousands of people. You ungrateful little glob of grease. Anyway, let's get on with this. Ahem. What's the problem this time, noob? If I banned Mr. Ludbaka here, there was surely a reason.
Ludbaka says he merely posted a photo, which you apparently didn't
Approve of.
on one of your Discord servers. And instead of talking to him about it, you just
Banned him. Oh, newbie. Most of the time, there's a perfectly legitimate reason why something like this happens. And you know what?
Oh, no.
I got
No.
a short PSA that can help you understand, bud.
Again.
This PSA is brought to you by Hellenics. #shameless self-promotion. And the Gaming Embers YouTube channel, Twitch stream, and Discord server. A fun camping ground for all you campers out there. Plus, we f***ing love Flare. Discord etiquette. What is it? Why is it happening? And who stands to benefit? In this SWGOH PSA, we will explore Discord etiquette and the many myths that surround it. Nowadays, most every gaming live streamer has a Discord server meant to help fans connect with their favorite content creator and with other fans in that creator's community. Whether it's SWGOH, Marvel Strike Force, or even City Skylines, every gamer has multiple Discord servers available to them, which can help folks connect, share information, and socialize with each other. Some communities even have multiple dozens of servers, each with their own unique feel, specific tastes, and particular focuses for their members to experience. Regardless of what the particular Discord server aims to provide, there are, most often, some server-specific rules that each user must follow. But for the purposes of this discussion, we will be focusing on the more general expectations found across Discord servers of all kinds. There are certain behaviors everyone deems appropriate, and other behaviors everyone deems inappropriate. Knowing the difference can save everyone a lot of unnecessary aggravation. First and foremost, never use the dreaded everyone tag. This alerts all users to a server-wide response, and unless you want everyone on said server replying to you, usually in an angry tone, you'll want to avoid issuing this command. Next is the vile impersonation attempt. If you think it's funny to pretend to be someone you're not, you're doing it wrong. You should especially avoid pretending to be an administrator of the server, as the real server admins will likely ban your sorry ass for that kind of. Finally, always follow the golden rule of the hood. If you don't start none, there won't be none. Attempting to start or add to any argument on the internet is an exercise in futility. It won't end well, and you will look like a jerk. So before you make a Discord faux pas, consider this. Is what you're about to post within the generally accepted behavioral rules of the server and Discord in general? Because if you know you're about to do something dumb on Discord, you should just follow Michael Jordan's advice.
Stop it. Get some help.
This has been Hellenics. #shameless self-promotion. For the Hellenics SWGOH YouTube channel, and the Gaming Embers YouTube channel, Twitch channel, and Discord server, as well as all the various Discord servers across the globe. So, you think people are getting used to this whole PSA format? Maybe we should mix it up a bit. Here's what I was thinking. Wait. What do you mean you just banned me? The hell do you think you are to ban me? So do you see now, noob? Wasn't that PSA helpful?
Once again.
Hellenics, that PSA didn't explain anything. All Ludbaka did was post a picture of his new outfit. And you
burned him
for it.
What are you talking about? I can see his picture. It's uploaded right here. Yeah. It's on the Costumes and Gear channel. Matter of fact, Ludbaka, you're still on the server. You weren't even banned. Wait, let's see here. It looks like he changed his role to new user earlier today, and that limits the number of channels he has access to. Let me fix that for you. All right, yeah. There, done. Can you see the channels now, Lud dude? Anything else, fellas?
No, I guess not. I'm sorry for the confusion, Hellenics.
Meatbag.
Agreed, Ludbaka.
Wait, I thought you didn't
speak Wookiee.
Noob, I don't speak Wookiee, but I do understand it. I mean, who's ever heard of a human being that's able to vocalize the Wookiee language? That's just dumb.
The Escape Pod. Cast. The Bridge.
And we're back after a belated break and a lovely interview with VsariGames. It's time for Patreon's Choice in the fourth segment. But it'll be a short one because we've only got 20 minutes, Paul?
Yeah, only about 20 minutes. So what I've done just now is I've re-enabled fourth segment questions. If anybody has a fourth segment question, once we get through the Patreon's questions, we will then head on over and read off the ones that you guys have sent in. All right, here we go. Lots of them. Rapid fire from Geek Girl. What is the coolest animal to scale up to the size of a horse? A duck.
Does it have to be an animal? Can it be an does she specify animal?
It says coolest animal to scale up to the size of a horse.
Okay, then it'd have to be a three-toed sloth.
A what?
Sloth.
Three-toed sloth?
Mm-hmm.
What two totally normal things become really weird if you do them back to back?
Oh god, two things that are normal but not normal if you do back to back. God, I can't think of anything.
I know. I try not to prepare myself for these.
I know. I'm trying to think of something quick. Two things that are perfectly normal but would be very, very unusual if you did them back to back.
Can I do a bad one again? I got in trouble last week.
Okay.
I got in trouble last week. Should I really do a bad one again?
It's up to you if you want to do a bad one. I'm just trying to think of two things together that are normal that would not be normal if you did them back to back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pass on this.
Yeah, pass on that one. We'll
what
come
set
back
of
to
items could you buy that would make the cashier the most uncomfortable? Easy. Rope and a shovel.
Lots of empty bottles, lighter fluid, and toilet paper.
What would be the creepiest thing you could say while passing a stranger on the street?
Very nice. Nice. That's it.
No, mine would be don't go home. Just look into their eyes, say don't go home, and then walk on by. All right. What is something that you just recently realized you are embarrassed you didn't realize earlier? The arrow in the FedEx logo.
Okay, say the question again, because I don't...
What is something that you just recently realized that you're embarrassed that you didn't realize earlier?
Can't think of anything off the top of my head.
All right.
I don't embarrass easily.
What are some fun and interesting alternatives to war that countries could settle their differences with?
Conkers. A conker fight. You call them horse chestnut trees. In the UK, we call them conker trees.
You talked about this before.
It's a conker, and you pierce a hole in it, and you put a string on it. So you would have, literally, instead of having a war, you would have the two opposing factions have a conker fight to see who won. There you go.
You know what? I say fish slapping. From Monty Python?
Yeah, fish slapping from Monty Python. Yeah, that'd work as well.
What would be the best worst name for different types of businesses? For example, dry cleaners or amusement parks. So okay, for a dry cleaner, would be the It's Still Dirty shop. For an amusement park, we could say
the Rusty Bolt.
Well, no, a name for a type of business. So influenza sponge.
Okay. I can't think of anything. These are not quick fires. These are ones that require some of these questions require careful consideration.
Oh, Geek Girl gave us a whole bunch. We gotta go through them. Who do you know that really reminds you of a character from a TV show or a movie? My friend, okay. I don't think he's gonna care that I use his full name. Tony Stroot reminds me of the guy from Office Space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what my dream is, dude?
Yeah.
Two girls at the same time. That guy.
Yeah.
Tony Stroot reminds me of that guy.
Mine would be an old army buddy of mine called Anthony Murphy, who was the spitting image of Muttley, Dick Dastardly's dog, Muttley. Because
so he was a spitting image of a dog?
He had the eyebrows, the grin, and the hair exactly down to a T. So when he grinned and he did that, he looked exactly like Muttley. So, we called him Muttley. Because he looked like him.
Our friend Frankie, would you rather get every possible red light whenever you go somewhere, or every time that you watch a movie, you have to sit near someone eating popcorn loudly?
Red light.
Red light.
Red light, yeah.
Would you rather have that one lady commentating on everything done in the movie, or have a kid constantly next to you asking why?
Commentary.
Yeah.
I would just picture in my head that the lady that's giving the commentary is hot to make it acceptable.
And then Frankie retorted, so you're talking about my wife and my kid, essentially. They put it in there. I had to read it online. What has been your biggest regret in the progress of the podcast you wish you had done differently? Neil, you answer this one first.
Something that I wish we'd done differently?
Yep. What's your biggest regret in progressing the podcast that you wish you had done differently?
That we didn't go. That we didn't switch over to a live format on Twitch sooner. That we didn't go to Twitch sooner, because we did months and months on YouTube live, didn't we? When we could have been. I mean, look at the growth that we've had on Twitch so far. And if we'd had started live on Twitch, months and months earlier, we would have been beyond 1,000 on Twitch by now.
No.
So yeah, that would be mine. That we didn't go live on Twitch sooner. That we didn't take advantage of going live on Twitch sooner.
For me, it would be honestly, it goes back to producing it a different way. I think if I had produced it a little bit different from the very beginning, it would sound like it sounds today. And I do also want to thank you, Neil, for helping in producing it the way that it sounds today. So thank you.
It's been a wonderful learning curve.
I've taught you how to be a producer in less than a month.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All right. Not really a question, Frankie asks, but can I have a rant off between Nev and Ranger?
Yeah, I'm sure that we could arrange that with Ranger. if we had subject material that we could equally rant off about, definitely. A Ranger rant versus a Nev rage. Oof, yeah. That would be a hot button episode. That would be, yeah. Speak to Ranger. Maybe I can do it on a Wednesday night stream sometime. We could have a rant off. Ranger can do a rant and I'll do a Nev rage.
I'm gonna reiterate what I said at the very beginning of the show as well, but we're gonna come back to that. Real quick, I'll do this. Happy birthday today to Dr. Feelgood, guildmate, and also one of the first major supporters of this show, and also to B Counts, as I like to call him, B Coots. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday to you, sir. All right, rapid fire. Name something you hate in this category, and then I will do the final one, and then we'll close out the show. Name one thing you love and one thing you hate. Oh, so it's both. One thing that you love and one thing that you hate in each of these categories. Food. For me, I love hot mama bread from Rosie's in Toledo. Rosie's, please, please, please. Just let me know how to make it down here in Texas. I will pay for you. I'll pay for it when I'm up there. Just I can't order it hot and fresh down here. And what do I hate? Vegetables overall. I guess the thing that I would hate the most, lettuce. It has no flavor.
Love meat, hate vegetables.
All right, soft drink.
Love Coke. Hate what's that? Oh, Mountain Dew.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Does Monster count as a soft drink?
Yes.
Okay. Love Monster. Hate ginger ale. Alcoholic drink. I loved none because I no longer drink. But when I did, I loved. You're about to get redneck 21-year-old me. I loved Bud Ice, and I hated Dos Equis.
Love Copperberg, hate gin.
All right, haircut. I love the Gridden, and I hate the Karen.
Love the crew cut. Hate the mullet.
All right, television show. You first on that one.
Love Red Dwarf. Hate Doctor Who.
Oh, wow.
The last 3 seasons of Doctor Who have been crap. They've been crap.
All right.
Since they've been crap.
We don't agree on that.
Ever since Tennant stopped being the Doctor, Doctor Who stopped being good. Simple as that. And don't get me wrong, I love Peter Capaldi. I think Peter Capaldi's a great actor. He just didn't make a very compelling.
There's got to be something else that you hate more than an iconic series like that.
It's no longer an iconic series. If it's poorly written, poorly acted, poorly produced, poorly written, poorly everything, it's no longer an iconic TV show. It's dead. And it's been dead for the last 2 seasons. Which is a shame because I loved Doctor Who. Up to the point where Tennant stepped down.
All right. TV show, I hate TMZ. I love, and I wish that they would bring it back, The Mole. It was a show, and I think I mentioned this on a Geeking Out, where there was one person, it's kind of like the whole big Among Us craze, if you will, that's sweeping Twitch right now, where one person is a mole, and then they're trying to sabotage all the rest of the contestants, and the person who figures out who the mole is the quickest ends up winning. All right, movie.
Love The Godfather. Hate The Last Jedi.
Of course you do. I would say I actually hated Godfather 3.
Oh God, yeah, that was awful. Yeah, that was an awful movie. Nowhere near as good as part 1 and 2.
I love it's such a toss up on my favorite movie of all time. I'm gonna have to go with Biodome.
And as I've told you before, it's good, but only when I'm stoned.
All right. Now, your least favorite celebrity and your favorite celebrity. So do your hated first and your liked last.
Okay. Least favorite celebrity would be Robert De Niro. Favorite celebrity would be oh God, there's so many. Oh wow. I'm stuck. There's so many I like. Do yours while I think of my favorite celebrity.
My least favorite, I would have to say Kristen Wiig.
Oh, my favorite, Keanu Reeves.
All right, my least favorite is Kristen Wiig. I didn't like her on SNL, and I can't get her SNL characters out of my head when I see her doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she's only a voice actor, and she's only good as a voice actor for me now. Favorite celebrity, I would probably have to go. What's the name of that guy who owns Virgin? Richard
Branson.
Richard Branson. I love his philanthropy.
Mm-hmm.
I really love his philanthropy. So there you go.
Yeah, no, I mean, the weird thing is, I like all of De Niro's movies. I just don't like him as a celebrity. And I don't like all of Keanu Reeves' movies. I think he's done some absolute stinkers. I mean, Johnny Mnemonic springs to mind. But I just think he's a wonderful person. He's a lovely human being. Celebrity-wise.
Best movie, Cascade says, best movie is Gone with the Wind, and she hates Titanic. All right, we got time for just one more.
Okay.
Rand B, how does Paul feel about this week's fantasy football matchup? Llama, you're going down.
Fantasy American football.
Yes, hand egg.
There you go.
All right. With that being said, guys, once again, our condolences go out to two good friends, to JJ Manners and to Miles. We lost Miles this past week. JJ Manners passed that on to me. Our hearts go out to the families of both. We are going to miss you, Miles. And you meant a lot to us. We all love you. Godspeed to you, good sir. On that note, Please take care of those that you love. Wear a mask. Be nice to each other, damn it. And we'll see you next time. If you're a Patreon, we'll see you in the after show. If you're not a Patreon, consider becoming one. We'll see you at for the after show for that. Stick around after. We'll figure out somebody to raid on Twitch for those watching live. Neil, push the button.
What's going on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it? It's gonna be here. Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works.
This ship will self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6.
6! What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.